Hi there folks, welcome to the latest update video for British Forces mod for Arma Reforger. My name is Tapache Loco and I'm really excited to share something new we're adding to the game, hopefully today. So here it is, no points for guessing. This is the Accuracy International Precision Marksman Rifle, adopted in British service as the L96, later the L96A1. And this is the sniper rifle that the British forces were using in 1989 in one of the eras that our mod is set in. Right off the bat, I need to actually say a huge welcome to a new member to the team. So this model, and hopefully many more to come, was put together by a brand new member of the team. It goes by the name of 1999 Subaru Legacy. Fantastic username and a really talented modeler. So this is the first example of his work. I'm really excited to show you some of the other stuff he's got going on that's coming up soon. So without further ado, let's give this thing a try. So as you can see here, we've got three different flavors of the rifle available for you to try, and some other little ancillaries and bits and bobs. So let's pick up the standard issue L96 and we'll see what it has. This thing is absolutely beautiful. So as you can see, Subaru's done an incredible job on modeling it. You know, really smashed it out of the park with a level of detail. A lot of the reference material for this rifle we actually took directly from Steve Houghton's book, The Green Meanie. Incredible reference piece for all of these variants of this rifle and sort of the path they took. Really wonderful read, but for us, some great scans of all of the different components of the rifle that really let us put together a really nice quality representation of it in the game. Now, when you don't have any scope fitted, the L96 was fitted with iron sights, so you can come in here, you can deploy the bipod, and hopefully hit some targets at reasonably close range. So we'll see how we do here. Yep, that's pretty good. And then obviously next thing here is some wonderful animations that Chaos has done on this. So really great bolt action going on here. You know, I think he'll admit himself, you know, this is really the latest and sort of greatest of his animation work. For Arma Reforger, really nice smooth animations, really wonderful to use this thing and play with it. So there we go. Okay, we've shot some things that are fairly close up, but maybe we want to hit something that's a little bit further away. Let's grab the regular L13 scope that was issued with the rifle. So we'll pop this on, and unlike the L42A1 that preceded this, this goes from that weapon having a 4x scope up to this one having 6x. Really fantastic quality, you know, and obviously we've made sure that it's a much higher quality optic for you to use than the earlier one. So if we go in here, now I know this is 100 meters, 200, and then 400. I mean, you know, with the bipod, with this magnification of scope, it's extremely straightforward to make hits on these targets. So let's go off bipod, see if I can still get my aim right. Not quite. All right, I obviously need some work. Need to place the game rather than just making stuff for it. Okay, very good. We got at least one there. Let's see if we can get 2 out of 3 at least. Okay, very good. Nailed it. Alrighty, so this weapon is actually effective all the way out to about 1,000 meters. Because of the rendering in the game, generally you'll only be making hits potentially out to about 800 meters, maybe a bit further if you're playing against other players. But you know, this target's out at 800. Let's take a shot at it. Oh, there we go. Don't forget it's a bolt action. And let's put a round on the target. Very good. Nice little delay there. If you do want to see where your rounds are going, we've added tracer magazines for this rifle. So you can come in here, grab one of those. These are all available in the Arsenal crate, of course. It's incredible reload animation. Oh, so lovely. Okay, let's see if we can see what this bullet's doing. 800 meters. Lovely bit of bullet drop. Lovely effects on the target. Really wonderful work on this. So next step along then is, you know, this is the regular standard version that the normal military got. What did the Special Forces guys get? Well, they actually got a slightly earlier model, and really the sort of genesis of the Precision Marksman Rifle, which is basically the off-the-shelf sort of PM rifle, or Green Meanie as it was called, as it was acquired. So this version doesn't have iron sights. It does have this quite swanky flash hider on the end of it, and it has some slightly different scopes. So If we go in here, we'll pick up the 6x magnification. So same magnification as the other scope that we just looked at, but this one has a slightly different reticule on it. So we'll go in here and we'll take a look. And what you can see here is something that's getting closer to what you might see as a sort of more modern rifle scope. So we've got these sort of mill lines on the cross line here, but then we also have these rangefinders. So for British rifles like this, it's measured from the torso to the head, and it's measured in terms of the biggest line on the right is for 400 meters. The next line is for 600 meters. Now going to the left-hand side, the next line is for 800 meters. And the last one that we can't even render on this in this scene is 1,000 meters. So looking forward to seeing people having a go with all of that. A little bit more clarity, a little bit more of a clearly defined point. Speaking history for a second, some of the features on this scope basically defined the pattern that British Army scopes would follow, for what's basically added up to the last sort of 30 years or so. So really interesting piece of British military history going on here with this rifle. Of course, can't have a video about the L96 or PM without talking about the fact that it was made by some blokes in a shed. Very impressive example of British manufacturing genius. And finally, of course, we have to talk about this very fat-barreled version on the end here, which is the Precision Marksman Suppressed. Of course, saying this out loud, I can see that it says Practical Marksman, so we're going to make sure we update the strings on these before launch. But if I pick this one up, we can also have a look at our last optic on here. So we'll go in and we'll pick this one up. So what's special about this weapon? It's got a massive suppressor on the front of it, which makes it deadly quiet. Now, it should go without saying that having a extremely long range sniper rifle that's also extremely suppressed is incredibly OP. This does have a very high rank restriction within conflict. It does only have a 10 round magazine. It is only a bolt action. But, I think it's fair to say that this weapon is a bit of a beast. So also here we're looking at the last scope that was procured by UK Special Forces for counter-terrorism work, whereas the other scopes were only 6x magnification. This goes all the way out to 12. So this target is 800 meters away. The game doesn't even want to render it outside of this view. But we've got a lovely clear view here. Let's see if we can get a nice headshot to wrap things up. Deadly quiet. Body hit. I'll take that. Pretty good. But there we go. Really, really wonderful weapon. Extremely quiet. Should have some good effects in game. Alrighty, so last thing I want to talk about here is another big change we've made to British Forces mod. That I'm really excited to see what you guys think of it. So if you've played British Forces mod before, one thing you'll know is despite having added all of this faction with all of these British units, all of them speak like Americans, right? So we were still using the original vanilla voice lines for everything. And of course, you'll hear that I said we were using them because now we've gone ahead and created a set of British voices for the soldiers and the sort of lines that they speak, and also for their headquarters radio when you're playing conflict. So let's hop in and we'll give a try and see how that works. So I will place down some units here, just a little smattering of folks. And of course, if you open up the command menu and you recruit someone,
you're with us.
You'll hear, you're with us. Let's recruit a few more people.
You're with us.
Oh, another you're with us.
Got it. You're with me. Roger.
Oh, very good. Nice little Roger thrown in there.
You're with us. Got it. Come with us. Copy. You're with us.
Alrighty.
Got it.
We've got ourselves a little section of folks. Now let's go for a little jog.
Section. On me. Copy.
So you see part of what's going on here is updating the voice lines so they have a British accent, but the other part is trying to use a bit more of the British Army terminology that you use for things. So say, for example, you want everyone in your section to shoot at that building over there.
Section. Rapid fire. Roger.
You might use a fire control order like rapid fire, and then we've got our guys taking some shots.
Section. Stop. Roger.
Fantastic. Okay, let's get them to move up.
Section, get over there. Got it.
And they'll mosey on. So, of course, we've gone through and updated as many of the voice lines as possible. They'll have realistic reactions when they're in combat. They'll, shout out when they're throwing grenades or changing their magazine, all that sort of stuff. Do let us know if you notice any little gaps or anything. There's hundreds and hundreds of these voice lines that we had to go through and make sure everything was updated. But yeah, there we go. I hope that's gone a little bit step further to really making this faction feel unique and really feel like it's fully part of the game. All right then, and just to wrap things up, I've loaded up a conflict scenario here so we can have a listen to some of the new updated headquarters radio sounds. So I'll go ahead here and I'll build a radio relay. Let's see where I can place this. And I'll go ahead and start digging. Where did I put it? All the way on the opposite side, of course. And let's do some digging. So while this is digging, of course, going ahead and adding 3 separate voice packs and the headquarters voice lines to the mod pack has increased the bundle size a little bit. This is all part of our vision for building out a fully complete faction here. I still think we've done it within a reasonable amount, but I really hope you guys enjoy this and get a lot out of it as well.
All stations, this is 0. We've just raised transmitter tower at Point Warbler. Out.
And there we go. We have a transmission tower at Point Warbler. So if we look at the map, you'll see we've slightly updated the conflict names a bit. This is sort of a mix of different birds, animals, and generally other little British terms and references that we could find that made sense to fit in there. Again, I hope you really enjoy this. This has been a lot of work to get this system, even just to understand how this system works, let alone to be able to add all this new content to it. And then finally, just to bring things home, let's instantly promote our character and listen to a couple more voice lines from that.
0 to Alpha. 1-1 Alpha. You've shown great initiative. Consider yourself promoted. Well done, Sergeant. Out.
Very good. And finally, becoming an officer.
Alpha. 1-1 Alpha. This is 0. You've earned a battlefield commission. I'll see you in the officer's mess for your initiation later. Out.
And there we go. With that, folks, I'll bring it to a close. I really hope you enjoy some of the new updates we've added. I really hope you enjoy using the new sniper rifle, to commanding your troops with the new voice lines, to playing conflicts with the new headquarters radio. Looking forward to seeing what you guys do with it. So with that, I hope you have a nice day, and thanks for watching.